We're live. Hello. Welcome.
Hello. Hi there.
It's DrawBomb time.
It sure is.
That's our catchphrase that we say when the show starts now.
Yeah, it's just DrawBomb time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. So here we are.
Yeah, hi. Hi.
No, it's going great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing. I wasn't talking to you first of all. I was talking to the audience.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Second of all, I'm doing fine. How are you?
You know, surviving.
Yeah, that's what we can do right now. All we can do is stay indoors and, not try and catch a deadly virus.
Yeah, well, I'm doing my best. So far,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, I'm pretty much only staying indoors. Like, because of this whole situation with work and stuff, I'd rather not get into it on the podcast. But like, I haven't been at work the last couple days, so I've just been chilling.
Yeah.
Just been playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, there's been a lot of video games going on for me as well. I haven't been working either here for a minute. So yeah. I think my cat's annoyed with the amount that I'm home now.
I can see that. He was like, he's not all the time. Captain Sheepy's in the chat. Hello, Captain Sheepy. Welcome back.
How's it going, Captain? Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and I know it's not original. I know that's what a lot of people have been doing. Little Doom. Me and Morgan, we were doing this before all this went down, but we've been continuing to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm, going through that show. So, yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been good. I've been basically finishing up Letterkenny and stuff.
What kind of show are you looking for? There you go.
Big list of those.
Yeah, there's always a lot of those.
Yes. I've also been playing Doom. As I already mentioned. Since I haven't been able to go to work, I've just been really trying to catch up on all the media.
Oh boy, there's lots of it. So much media. All the
Captain
media.
Sheepy says that they've been playing Blood, which is an FPS from 1997. It's kind of fun, have a bunch of custom maps, which I have seen a couple of Let's Plays.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's a little game my brother's actually playing right now. He's,
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah, so you and my brother have something in common with that. You're both playing Blood around the same time. Looks like a lot of fun though. There's this one like player sort of guy that my brother and I like to watch called Civ11, and he did a sort of let's play slash review. He does like reviews slash sort of let's plays, and he did one of Blood, and that was pretty fun.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, that's what you do right now. Sure.
I like old first person 90s first person games. It's fun. Right. Also, we played a little Wolfenstein, and there's an Easter egg where you can actually play the old Wolfenstein in it, and then we spent like an hour doing that.
I whooped its ass. I didn't even die once.
It's so good.
So good, dude. You suck. You die.
I know. Look, you know, I just gave you a compliment,
Allow me to put you on
and then you flipped it on me. I only died because I was trying to make you feel better. You buy that? No?
No, I don't. I do appreciate it.
That's good.
Yeah, it's not bought, but it is appreciated.
Alright, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm doing this for a minute. Is that right? I saw that, actually. I was going to message you about that. I forgot.
The way that Twitch goes to YouTube is very strange because I specifically remember clicking export one time and it uploads twice if you do that. So I don't know what's going on with Twitch export to YouTube. We'll get into it. But I was more on the ball with it. I'd obviously be able to catch it a little bit sooner. I also don't know where the episode we did with Boston is. Is that episode 21? I guess it is. Did we not do 20 because, well, we're missing a whole bunch of episodes.
We went, I think we skipped 20 by accident, right? So then we did 20.1. Then we did 21. And then this is 22.
Yeah, you know, yeah, either way, we have a bunch of episodes missing from the YouTube channel, which is just all the more incentive for folks to keep watching.
That's alright. We have some, you know, we have a good amount there. We're
I don't think we're hurting for content, to be honest.
yeah.
But anyways, I got off track. So checking that. Sorry about that. That was just from looking up the episode title or episode number.
Matt says you're a little bit quiet.
I'm quiet, you say.
Yes.
I'll
Try,
show you
try
quiet.
to turn up the desktop audio a little bit. See if that makes it any better.
Hello, hello. Goodbye, goodbye. Verify, we're getting audio level recommendations. You mess with that stuff, Brandon? Would you like me to raise my microphone volume as had?
Maybe a tad, yeah. I don't know how this stuff got messed with. I just leave it the same every week.
I'm not sure.
Oh wow.
Alright, now we're up to 90. How's that? Is that a little better?
I mean, I
Is that a
don't
little bit better?
wait for Matt to let us know.
Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Anyways, have you been watching any movies lately?
Let's see. We watched Midsommar.
Nice.
It's weird. What else? We were gonna watch Fast and Furious. We did not.
Oh.
Hey, Captain Sheepy, is Ian sound really quiet or more than usual or anything like that?
Yeah, how, you know, you can give us a direct info on the audio levels.
So on my end, everything's the same, but that doesn't mean I believe that it's, you know,
Yeah, I can also
that it
listen.
needs some fixing. I just don't know.
Activity test 1, 2, 3. Raise your hand if you drink pee. Activity test 1, 2. Raise your hand if you're down with me. I can kind of see it, but I am a little on the louder end. So I'm closer there at least. But you know, test. We're still doing the tests.
Bottly boop dip bop.
Bloop 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 bloop. It's all good, Matt. You didn't disrupt anything. We definitely don't want to have any audio issues anymore because the last time that happened, that was
It happened one time.
it was one time, but it was still a bummer. Y'all missed out on some good Michael Caine action.
It's true.
All right. Anyway, now that we're done messing with the audio, you guys haven't watched Fast and Furious yet, but is it still on the docket or?
Yeah. We just haven't been in the mood. I feel like you gotta be in the right mood to watch some Fast and Furious.
You do, or maybe Fast and Furious will put you guys in the right mood, you know? with
Oh
the
my
family
god.
stuff. Yeah. Family stuff.
You went full Sylvester Stallone there.
I know, I was trying to do more Vin Diesel, but it's a very specific dialect that they do.
It's true. Yeah, I want to watch them and I will, but you know, it's like when you're actively watching something that you know is going to be bad, you have to be in the right mood.
Yeah, it helps to be drunk.
That's true.
So we've mentioned that we've been playing Doom.
Yeah.
Doom's kind of like one of the hottest games on the market right now. Should we? Well, first of all, I want to hear about Animal Crossing. To be honest.
All right.
I have questions.
Okay. Do you want to start with the questions or?
No, I want to start with your experiences so far.
Okay.
So many questions will be answered from that.
So, you know, you're familiar with what Animal Crossing consists of, right?
Yeah, I did City Life, I believe. It's or whichever one. I think.
Oh,
that's
the Wii one?
Yeah, that's the Wii one. We borrowed it from a friend for a little bit.
No, I actually never played that one. But I played New Leaf, and I played City Folk, I think, is the DS one before that, if I remember correctly. But basically, you have a little town, and you just, you know, it's just like it's mostly like a lot of it's like decorating. You know, you're setting up. They give you a lot of tools to be creative, and you can just design your town however you want. But then there's like, you know, some gathering, and this one now has crafting and stuff. And so me and Morgan have created. This one's an island themed one, as you may have heard.
Yes.
So our island is called St. Charts.
Awesome.
And yeah, it's a little paradise there.
A little paradise in St. Charts.
Yeah, so we've been playing that. And we've been playing a lot of it, like literally.
You wanna? What's some fun stuff that's happened in that game so far?
Well, we're still just like it's the beginning of the game. I know it's only been out for like a little over a week.
Yeah.
Week and a half. 2
Which
weeks.
is insane because it feels like it's been out since forever with how much is clogging up my Twitter.
Right.
Not your stuff, but everyone's stuff.
So we're still just like getting our town ready to go, but you know, everybody's kind of situation is a little bit unique to them. But I'm still getting the town set up, people moving in, stuff like that.
That's cool. Sounds like a good time. Sounds very low stress, especially considering.
Yeah, it is. That's kind of the whole theme of the game.
Yeah, is not stressing. Although
There's no like time constraints. You just kind of do whatever you want, and there's no like, oh, you missed it, or this has to be done by this. You just can't do it at your own pace.
I hate that shit because that's what gets me out of a cell phone game. Is like, hey, you need to play specifically like 18 hours this week, or else you're gonna miss the cool.
Right. It's like the whole fear of missing out thing ruins it. Stresses me out. Also, I mean, there are some games I like that have that. Like I like Stardew a lot, but that one's got like all the crops and you have to like coordinate and plan.
Yeah, but that one's more like to the end game. Like that's not like stress. It's not stressful. Like they don't have like an actual real life timer. That's just like you need to get this shit by so and so like day of your real life year, or else you're gonna miss out on some shit that'll make your life a lot easier for this game.
But but also like I don't know. It's still pretty. That game's pretty chill too, actually.
Yeah, it's a very chill game.
You can kind of pick and choose the amount of farming you want to do. So if you're stressed out by it, then you don't have to do a lot.
Yeah, you can do other shit in Stardew, which is fun.
Yeah, so it's been fun. It's been fun because we're in the beginning and there's just like every day. it all operates in real time. It's not like Stardew where you go to bed and you get a new day.
Yeah, you have to actually like wait till the next day.
So because of
your fruit so many times, like
right, but so because of that, it's fun every day. There's new stuff to do. When you get
it's
there,
kind of like
you unlock more of the game as time goes on.
yeah, especially with with all the quarantine and stuff like that. Like now you got a lot of time.
Yeah.
If you can fit it into your busy schedule.
Busy.
But only people who know your Facebook are gonna get that joke. But I think it's nice because you're not stressed out. You can like wake up in the morning and be like, okay, how am I gonna start my day? Some fucking breakfast and then Stardew. See what the new shit to do is.
Right. Animal Crossing. Come on, Ian.
What did I say?
Stardew.
Oh. Yeah.
Same difference basically.
Same
except
game.
except your neighbors are animals.
Same game, cuter animals.
Right. But yeah, so that's funny. And then like there's quite a few, I don't know how many, but there's quite a few animals that can move in your town obviously.
Yeah.
And so everybody gets different ones and that's kind of fun too. We just had a lion move in.
How do you like the lion?
I hate him, but I also kind of like him because it's kind of funny. He's like an actor and he's super like into himself. And he's talking about it like when I asked him to move, because he comes to visit and then you're supposed to ask him to stay. It's like this new thing of getting new villagers. And when I asked him to stay, he's like, that brings me as much joy as getting a call on a car commercial or something stupid. getting the call for a car commercial audition. And then he's like, but he's dressed like a, no, but I mean he is, but it's just like he's dressed like a Shakespearean dude, but he's talking about like these shitty roles and stuff.
Have you ever seen Toast of London?
No.
It's a show on Netflix. It's with Matt Berry.
Right. I have seen like the thumbnail, but I've never seen it.
It's a pretty funny show. It's he's kind of like that sort of actor, but he's like walking around like getting shitty roles because this play he's in apparently is so offensive that like no one wants to hire him anymore.
Okay.
So it's about him like trying to find love with all these like ridiculous like women who like it's a new woman he dates every episode because each like the one episode he finds out 1 she's a hoarder, 2 she stabbed her boyfriend, and 3 she throws trolleys off of bridges and stuff like that. So like he just like finds these ridiculous people who like he dates and then dumps and then like gets put on these ridiculous shows that like are terrible acting roles that get him in lots of trouble.
That's funny. I'll have to check it out.
Yeah,
I like that. I like him.
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's great in the show. It's a very funny show. That guy, he always finds a way to put songs into his TV shows because, like, he's a singer / musician. Apparently, like, have you ever seen like a TV show where Matt Berry's character starts singing a song?
I feel like I have.
It happens frequently, but that's because he, I guess, writes that music like in Snuffbox and some of his songs and Mighty Boosh's.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a snobby actor sort of dude like that. Kind of just.
I feel like he would be able to do that role well.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. He was like made for that sort of role. It's a pretty funny show. It's full ridiculous. Like every episode is just like this shit would never happen, but they kind of lean into that, so it works like the way the tone of the show is.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Nice. I'll check it out. But yeah, so I don't know, that's about it. Did you have any questions about it or no?
I was gonna try and think of some more, but what's like the most I know you and Hawk Tasty Boy who sound off in the chat.
Yeah, he's here.
I know
Tasty Boy's with us.
He's with us. He's been the one helping us to make the sound. But you've been sending him weird items.
Yeah, we've been sending each other pretty much the dumbest stuff we can find.
Awesome. How's that? Like, what are some things you guys have sent back and forth?
The best one he sent me so far is it's like this Tanuki statue, but it's like I sent you a picture of it last night, I think.
Yeah.
Super ugly. And
did you send it on the phone or on?
I think I sent it on Discord.
Let me see if I can find that real quick.
But yeah, it's real hideous, and it's now the mascot of our island, basically.
That's hilarious. And so that's the stuff he sent you, like. What have you sent him?
I sent him a giant sculpture of a bee's head, like mounted on the wall,
Okay.
and I sent him like a bobblehead, like luchador.
A bobblehead luchador? That
Yeah.
actually sounds... I wish I had that in real life.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I think most people want that. And then he sent me a wooden fish. Yeah, that's what I said when I opened it. In that exact tone.
In that phrase?
Like, interesting. And I threw it away.
You just
Into the
tossed it.
trash.
Is that where most of the stuff that you guys send each other ends up going?
Yeah, it seems like a lot of it. One sec.
I have posted, or I have found the item that you were talking about, that the Tanuki statue.
Yeah.
I'm getting that posted up right now. Wait, what the fuck is happening with this program? Oh my god, I'm having such an issue. Almost got it. Almost fucking...
Matt says that he has some new recipes for weird shit to send to me. It's great news. Oh yeah, there's me and the Tanuki.
There you are.
It's hideous. We keep it right at the front door, so everybody that comes to visit has to look at it.
I feel like the lighting of the nighttime doesn't fit.
It makes
but
it terrifying.
It's a weird thing. It's wearing a hat. It is interesting.
It's wearing a big like rice patty hat or whatever you call those.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you call those hats either, but I know the one you're referring to.
I don't know what they're called. I don't know.
They're like straw hats or
Yeah.
something like that. But like straw hat refers to a couple of different things.
Right, and it's not just a hat made out of straw. It's a specific Asian
Yeah.
style.
I've tried looking up the name of that hat before, and I think I've read it, and then every time I read it, I then forget it again.
I'm gonna look this up. That's what I'm gonna do.
Look it up with Brandon. Do. Got a theme song for this segment. Yeah.
It's a great one.
Thank
One of your best.
Well, you know, I'm just doing all the music for this show all the time. Just gonna
Mhm.
knock out a couple of winners, you know.
Hey, it's called a rice hat. So I was right. I almost had it.
You were actually, yeah, I think you said rice hat.
I said rice patty, I think. But
Wow.
conical Asian hat, also known as rice hat or coolie hat.
Interesting.
But conical,
I've
I
heard
guess,
the
means
phrase-
cone.
Cone? Conical means cone, yes.
So
Cone-shaped.
that explains it.
I've heard the phrase coolie, at least in a couple of things. I think mostly, I remember it's definitely a character. They call a character coolie in Kung Fu Hustle.
Okay.
And I've never actually looked up like what. It's a profession of some kind. I just haven't looked up what that's referring to specifically.
Sounds like a Canadian word.
Coolie. I might. That's not even Canadian. That's straight up British. I just did there. You're a coolie, eh?
Nope. It's a unskilled native laborer in India, China, or some other Asian countries.
Interesting. Unskilled. So basically, like when you if you call somebody a coolie in like one of those
It's
countries,
probably insulting.
It's like calling someone like a McDonald's worker here or something like that. Like you're like, oh, you're a
Potentially.
fucking worker. Although I mean, even unskilled labor still has its like fucking things you have to know about it and its skills and like.
McDonald's is essential, dude. I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, coolies are probably considered essential labor right now, so. McDonald's is essential though. Like, the week before quarantine happened, I was at a McDonald's watching this building across the street burn, and
I love to do that at McDonald's.
Alright, just eating your 3 double cheeseburgers with bacon and a large fry as you watch a building burn down across the street.
It's great.
But I was there watching the building burn, and I was like, this is good. This is a nice moment right here. I took the time out. I like my shake, I'm drinking. Like, it sucks as McDonald's, but I'm just glad I'm like taking the moment to treat myself, grab some food, enjoy a moment to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of miss that.
I know. There's a lot of stuff that I'm learning to take for granted that I didn't think counted. Like, you know, people always say, "Oh, don't take things for granted," but I'm like, well, there's some things I can take for granted because they're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then now they're gone.
Bada bing, bada boom, they're going somewhere. Turns out. So yeah, that was just an interesting experience. Number one, because the building was burning down.
Right.
It wasn't burning down. There was a fire somewhere, and then we saw the fire trucks coming and closing down.
And so the building still stands?
The building still stands as far as I know.
God.
All right.
I was worried. I was worried about that building.
I was petrified. I kept thinking about how I couldn't live without that building by this McDonald's side. And I spent so many nights thinking about how this building had been done wrong. But I grew strong. I learned how to get along with my McDonald's food.
Okay.
I don't know how much further I can take this bit.
I think you're there. I think that's the end.
I think that's it. I think we've reached the precipice.
Yes.
Matt says in the chat, I got a new recipe for some weird shit to send you.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that. The special boy was the Tanuki.
Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. And then look it up, Scotty. Look it up was when you were looking up.
Yeah. Yeah, you're just behind, man.
A little behind on the chat,
Maybe
guys.
some
We need
catching
someone.
up.
We need someone like a third, like an engineer. Like if we had an engineer, he would be like reading the
Just in the microphone, he's like, Matt from Michigan says, my special boy.
Wouldn't that be fun? That'd be so fun.
Great job. And if anyone wants an unpaid job,
Yeah, you can be our engineer.
got one.
You can be an engineer. We should just make our special guests be engineers whenever they're on the show.
Yeah, they would love that. They would want to come back and back.
100%.
What layer are you coloring on this background?
I'm putting this on background, so if you color on any of the above, which, boom, there's an above layer for you.
Oh, I have layers, but okay.
I called this layer sorry, because I noticed that you drew your dude on your BC1. And,
Oh, it's alright.
I'll color some grass things on this layer. But yeah, so what are some of the weird things that you've sent Matt? I think you already mentioned those.
I already told you, yeah.
The Luchador bobblehead.
Yeah, that's it. Only had the game a week and a half. Cut me a break.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying
Not
to
made of weird things.
Just trying to cover all the Animal Crossing bases.
Right, that's about
Speaking
it.
of which, can you play baseball in Animal Crossing?
No, but you could set baseball equipment all over the place. It's like a decorating game essentially.
It's mostly a decorating game.
That is what the game is. You could dress yourself like a baseball player. You could dress all your townspeople like baseball players, and then you could put a bat and you could make a baseball field, but no one would play.
No one would actually be playing baseball.
Yeah.
That's the next step for them for them to have actual gameplay.
Right, just turn into Sims essentially.
Yeah, basically. Austin, last week's guest, has been playing the game with his girlfriend Karen.
They're not big fan. They're not a big fan of the game, right?
Austin's okay with it. Karen said it's boring.
Okay.
She said that you just basically are paying your landlord.
Yeah.
Which I think is
That's what they've been since the original.
Yeah.
It's Debt Simulator. That's the game.
It is Debt Simulator, the game, which is also kind of like Spaceport Janitor. But yeah, it's funny. I'm sure she'll enjoy it more as time goes on because it is.
It's not for everybody, but I am enjoying it. I find myself getting bored with them eventually. At least I have with the last two. Like after playing them a lot in the beginning, but we'll see. Either that'll happen, or I might like this one a little bit more because it's the first one I've had that's actually on a console. It's different when you have to sit hunched over on your little 3DS to play.
I imagine so. Like having a Game Boy, it's like I have a Game Boy. My brother got it for me like a while ago, and I play it. Like I don't play it as much as I would like to because it's just like a specific like I need to be sort of on the go to like.
Right. Right. I like Game Boy and I've owned many, but I don't know. Besides when I was like a kid and like was always being taken places by my parents, I don't really have time. I mean, I guess I could play it at home, but I just don't really. So, yeah. I mean, when I was a kid and like my parents were like, all right, we're going to the, you know, the hardware store and then the grocery shop, blah, 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 then that was perfect to play it then.
Yeah, I wish I had a
was
Game
being
Boy.
forced
for
to go
such
places.
situations.
But now, as an adult, the only time I ever play video games is when I'm sitting at home anyways, and so I just feel weird, like, hunching over a little
Yeah.
tiny
Like maybe
thing.
on like a train.
Yeah, that'd be good. But I'm not on trains that often.
Like basically anytime you're traveling where you're in control of the wheel, like is where a great time to
it's
play a
perfect,
video game.
but those times
you're
are few
not,
and far
like-
between for me.
Yeah, same. But like I wish I had a Game Boy back then. When
Yeah.
like I was also getting forced along to go to parents' shit.
Yeah, I played a
Like,
lot
we got
then,
them-
not so much
Yeah, I
anymore.
wish I had one. That would have been a great time to have a Game Boy. I was always like seeing kids with at like funerals and shit with like a fucking Game Boy, a Pokemon, and I'd be like, "Fuck, man, I gotta sit around and hang out with this dead body and like all these crying motherfuckers, and this kid's over here having the time of his life catching Pokemon, like, fucking hey." I'd be
Yeah.
like looking over the dead body, being like, "Hey man, some people have the worst luck, am I right?"
By the way,
Yeah,
when I die, I'm not gonna have my body in the room. It seems weird.
I guess you don't do that for the funeral. I guess you do that for the wake.
Right.
But yeah,
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, maybe I'm alone in this. It's the last couple funerals I've been to. I'm just like, this feels outdated. This feels like an old thing that is weird now.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but
It's a weird
maybe
vibe.
some people are very like they feel like that's the way to go. I guess it's
I
up to
don't
the
think-
family and the person. But
Yeah.
because my opinion matters a lot, I say it's weird.
I also would not necessarily prefer a wake, I guess, because it just seems like, I don't know. It's a weird situation. Weird to have a body. It's just sort of out.
I'm cool with having like some kind of wake or some kind of thing where everybody gets together and maybe there's like some photos of me or something, but I don't need to be there.
That's why my vow is to die in a way that just completely eviscerates me and makes it so that a wake is not possible.
If that doesn't happen, then I don't feel like you've been living.
Exactly. I mean, like, well, I have a fix. So I've got 2 chainsaws inside of me, and basically when they notice that they're like connected to my heart, if my heart rate drops below a certain point, the chainsaws just sort of like, it's kind of like a saw puzzle, but like it only
It's
happens
elaborate.
if
How do they get the chainsaws inside your heart?
well, it's not inside my heart. It's just inside of my like intestines. There's a lot of mileage of intestine inside of you. So like, if you just get some chainsaws.
So you just plug up a portion of the long intestines with a chainsaw? It seems
Yeah,
bad.
I'm sort of like squishing around some long intestine to make room for the chainsaws. It's got to be a
Oh.
real nasty one, so it's got to hit like everything. You know what I mean?
What about just like a bomb or something like?
Wait. Oh shit.
Yeah. Did you already have the chainsaws installed?
Yeah, I gotta call
Oh,
a guy.
shit.
Hold on one sec.
Gotta call your chainsaw guy. Is he
Yeah.
working right now? Is that essential business?
Let me just
Testable
it is.
chainsaws.
Let me just put you on. Let me just put myself on mute for a second so you guys don't hear this. Give me one sec.
Hey. Oh shit. Hey, you're not on mute. Can you hear me? Oh,
Hey, Greg?
He said his microphone down. He can't hear me.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, I need to talk to you about something.
You're still on. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, of course it's about the chainsaw thing. What else do I talk to you about? Of course it's the chainsaw thing. So like, look, I was just presented with an interesting alternative, and I was wondering if maybe if it's not too late, we could sort of pivot. What do you think? You're saying it's definitely too late. You're saying you messed up when you installed the chainsaws, so if I ever go in for surgery. Oh. Okay.
It's
So you're saying
nice
this
of
was a
him
bad idea?
It's nice of him to repeat what he's saying.
This is just a dumb idea in general, is what you're saying? And why did you? Okay, well,
Yeah, I agree, Matt.
this has been great. I hope you're happy with your money. Maybe we'll call off the weed whacker in the lung area. Maybe I thought that was pretty cool, but now I'm starting to have second thoughts. We'll set up the meetings sometime. Wait, okay, I'll talk to you soon. Alright, bye.
Why would you talk to him soon? He admitted to you that he screwed everything up and then he's keeping your money.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh, you're back?
I'm just gonna take you off mute real.
Oh, that's good.
Wait, hold on. Something happened. I think I clicked the button twice.
Alright, you're back?
Yeah, Matt, it is good.
that's a great bit. Well executed.
Thank you so much. Really worth it.
I think so. Especially the mute thing, made it all worth it.
Oh, man. Okay, cool.
This is the part of the show where we review the joke we
The
just
bit
did.
we just did, where we break the fourth wall.
That was a good joke, huh? Yeah.
Good joke, wasn't it? I give that joke.
That's a good
Thank
joke.
you, Matt. I give that joke a 10 out of 10 as well. Okay, now on to the next joke. What's your joke, Brandon?
Oh, no. I don't have one.
Oh, okay.
I didn't prepare
0 out of
anything.
10.
Oh, well, I mean... that seems unfair.
It's a little unfair. Oh yeah, the notes segment. Yes, Matt. If only we had a clever way to close this bit. So you're enjoying Animal Crossing?
Yeah, tell me some of the things you sent, Matt.
Yeah, what are some other things? What are some games you've been playing?
Oh my god.
So, we mentioned Doom Eternal as well. Doom Eternal is one of the big ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We have some,
what do you think about that? We've talked a little bit about it.
we've talked Doom Eternal together because I have Doom Eternal and you have my Steam family share.
I do, because I'm playable.
You're my family.
Playable.
Ma'am, I'm Paul Walker. Let me flip you off unconvincingly.
It's like the director had to teach him how to flip someone off before that shot.
There's this review of there's this guy who makes these terrible movies. His name is Neil Breen, and
Okay.
he makes these just terrible movies he has like a cult following now because of how bad his movies are. And this guy reviewed them, and like his review is a big reason as to why that cult following exists.
Okay.
So anyway, he reviews the guy's movies, and like they're watching the movies, and these two kids are like waving at each other, but like so stupidly because like just the directing is very bad. So like these kids are waving at each other, and you hear a background from like the guys watching the show, just going like, "Wait, did you just find the two kids who have never waved before?"
It is weird how sometimes, I mean, it's, people feel comfortable in front of a camera sometimes, but like it's weird how some things can look so awkward, like natural things.
Yeah.
It just
like,
immediately takes you out of it because you're like, what the? How do they not know how to wave normal?
Right. I shot this like film for a friend where like I had a briefcase handcuffed to me and like et cetera, but like I had to close a door for the one shot, and I remember we like did a take and I closed the door and like my hand kind of stuck to the door because like I was like thinking so much about like lock good and like close the door good, and I remember being like, hey, we should. He's like, no, we're good, but we can use that take. And then I saw the video, and I was just like, no, I closed that door really fucking weird. Like it's.
Let me do it like a human now.
Like,
Now that I did my take as an alien, let's do one as a person.
Right, exactly. So I could see it. Like once the camera's rolling and it's telling you like, hey,
Right, you
do
get
this
inside
thing you've done a million times, but do it like a person. Fuck.
I don't know how to do that.
How do people do this thing? Have I been doing this thing weird my entire life?
The answer is yes.
It's always yes. If you ever had that suspicion, everybody, the answer is yes.
I mean, that's suspicion late at night.
Yeah. You ever just like stay up late, just like tossing and turning, being like,
Did I close that door weird?
yeah.
The answer is yes. And everyone noticed, and everyone is making fun of you about it right now.
Yeah,
They're all-
exactly. Everyone hates you.
Everybody who saw it is at a party that you weren't invited to, and
Because
they're
you closed that door.
and they're talking about it and laughing.
You would have been invited to that party if you had not closed that
You
door.
knew how to close a fucking door like a person.
Fucking weirdo.
God, you suck.
We were watching this fucking. Hey, you're watching this podcast weird too. You're fucking weird.
Dumb weirdo.
What a negative bit.
Oh, this is the notes part.
If you can't get out of a bit, he's got a gun. Is it?
That's true.
It's like it makes me think of that Michael Scott.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Every single time he's doing improv,
He just kills it.
pulls a gun on people.
It's so funny. So we've been playing Doom.
Yep, it's good. I'm excited to play more. I feel like we only scraped the surface.
Yeah, the beginning does only scrape the surface. It is very enjoyable. Still do retain my original hot take, controversial opinion that we also discussed. But I still think it's getting better. Like all the egregious errors that I've had issues with are improving.
Yeah. And the errors, I don't think. I mean, maybe you'll disagree, but I don't think that you would even say they were that egregious.
Oh no, they're not like.
They were just
not
like comparing it to the masterpiece that was Doom 2016.
Doom 2016 is so good. Man, that is a great game. But yeah, comparing it to Doom 2016 is just well, just to say the hot take. I think I like 2016 more than I like Doom Eternal.
Yeah, that's how I feel so far, but I'm not very far in.
I'm not very far in. I'm halfway in. I've officially hit halfway. Well,
Okay.
beyond halfway.
Nice.
It's got like aspects that I like about it seem to be missing. Do seem back, which is good.
Okay.
I was kind of bummed out that they took out they didn't for at least the first 6 levels. They don't have any first-person cutscenes where you're looking through Doom Guy's vision, and usually it would be someone would be like, "Hey man, Doom Guy, you gotta do this shit," and then he'd slap him, throw the computer,
Break stuff, yeah.
punch the robot.
They're like, be gentle, and he just smashes it.
Yeah, he just doesn't listen, and you don't get that in the very beginning of Doom these bad guys who you are coming to kill are in the same room as you, and the whole game is rip and tear, be brutal, kill motherfuckers, and then you're in the same room as the ultimate bad guys that you spend the whole game chasing after to kill.
Yeah.
And they just you let them talk to you, and then they get in a portal and leave.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you doing, Doom Guy? This is not you.
Why are you listening to their monologuing? You never listen.
Exactly. I love Doom 2016 because he wouldn't listen to the monologue. He'd be already punching the shit out of them.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a bummer. They do there was a scene recently. I don't want to give it too much away.
Yeah, please don't.
It did have more of that sort of Doom Guy that I enjoyed
Cool.
from 2016.
And I will give the credit that they do start the game with you doing that. You bust in on the first one of those people that you're after, or demons that you're after, and you just grab them by the throat, basically,
This is true.
before you can say anything.
It's true. It's a weirdly a weirdly uneven game in terms of presentation and things like that.
But it is very
It's
pretty,
cool.
and it's very fun. And I'm excited to see more of it before I have a full opinion.
Yeah.
So far, my opinion is it's great. It's just not. I like the last one better, which doesn't mean this one's bad. It just means I like that one better.
Yeah, my main complaints with Doom Eternal are story and the presentation, which if I have no complaints about the gameplay, I mean that's still good. That's a good.
That's the most important part.
Exactly. But the gameplay is a little different. I would say the shooting feels a little different. I'm not sure if we discussed this aspect as well, but I did talk to Austin about this. I remember.
Yeah.
They have this new weak point system, which I think is really cool, and I like it. But
It
it's
has
also
its
weird.
negatives to it.
Yeah, because it excludes certain guns from you can aim
It
certain
forces
guns.
certain styles of gameplay
Yeah.
to kill
Which
certain.
is it does. It enforces certain styles of gameplay, and it's not always it kind of for instance, there are certain enemies have 2 guns on them that you need to shoot and explode before you the enemy's truly weak, and it kind of gives you an advantage when you do that. But when you use any guns but 2 specific guns that they say you should use these guns, then it doesn't actually end up hurting the like it doesn't end up hurting those weak points. You have to use the 2 specific guns to hurt the weak points.
Right.
It's kind of frustrating because it's like, well,
That's not how I want to kill it.
yeah, I'm shooting the weak points with the plasma gun. Like I should still be fucking.
Yeah, I'm cool with it being like, okay, there's a more efficient way that will
Yeah.
save you some trouble if you do it this way, but it shouldn't be like that's how you have to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I love games where they make the weak points not just like a dude's head. Like that keeps it fresh. That keeps it
Right.
interesting. But in that game, it's like the weak points are varied and like fun, and they make sense, and they're visible, and like they're cool to shoot, but they also just like no, but you have to use the sniper.
Right.
I'm kind of like, come on, man. So it's just kind of it's frustrating in the ways that like they pigeonhole you when they could just leave it a lot more open. And I'm still mad that the punch doesn't do jack shit.
Yeah.
Like it's so weird. But yeah. Otherwise, I mean, like I said, main complaints are the storyline, not so much the game. That's my main complaint about the gameplay right there. I guess Doom 2016, the fights felt a little bit more freeform compared to this one. Like this one is fun because it's like when I'm doing the fights, I feel like a badass who's like killing demons and shit like that.
That's the
But,
goal.
like, also, what was that?
I said that's the goal of this game, I think.
That is the goal, but I also feel less like I'm killing the demons the way I wanted to.
Right.
Like I kind of enjoyed like Doom 2016. Like I would like just run around and like shotgun a bunch of demons and be like blah 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 ha ha ha. That was the like they maybe wanted me to use like the one specific gun for that gunfight, but I had fun jumping and
Right, and I also did play that game multiple times and do it in different styles.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was like a little bit more freeform, and that's an aspect that's a little missing from it. But it's like it's a different. It's not like it makes it worse. It's just it makes it different, and whether or not that's something you want out of it is going to end up being based on like, you know, how much you want one type of gameplay over the other. I guess.
Right.
Like the way one guy who I tweets later and he had the exact same like I had the thoughts and then like I read his tweets and I was just like, oh hey, that's like exactly what I just was thinking about. But he was like, there are people who will play Max Payne and like Max Payne you can do all the shoot jumping and dodging and stuff and that's like super fun to do. And like some people will like play into the fantasy and will like you did, like where you'll roll down a banister on an escalator shooting dudes in slow motion and like that's super cool. And then other people will just kind of click heads and like they're trying to get like a different like they're trying to get like a skill test out of games sometimes. I'm like that's fine.
Right.
It's just it's different.
Play it the way that you want to.
Yeah. Play the games you want, the way you want.
What else was it? Have you been watching anything during your free time?
I am almost all caught up in Letterkenny.
Right, you did say that. My bad. I'm not trying to do the bit that you were doing.
Oh no, that's about it though. I wish I could say I've seen more, which I intend to. Like the last movie I've seen has been Knives Out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just I'm doing a lot more gaming.
That whole Tiger documentary has been going viral.
Right. About the yeah that guy.
Me and Morgan watched it.
How was it?
It's good. It's really weird. It's like a lot of crazy shit that goes down. Apparently, in order to own tigers, you have to be a psychopath because they introduce like all these different characters and they're all nuts.
Interesting. The one guy hired like hitmen, right? At one point?
Yeah. Basically.
That's insane. That's insane.
Yeah. So.
You want to talk a little bit about that documentary?
I don't know. I don't want to like spoil it for people. I feel like it's still.
I guess it is pretty fresh, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's worth watching. It's fun. It's crazy. Every single. It doesn't all take place in. I mean, the main guy I think is from Oklahoma, but I mean, basically every person in that show is a Florida man.
Interesting. Like, when you say Florida man, you mean like Florida man?
Yeah, you know what I mean when I say Florida man. Not to insult Florida people, but I think Florida people would know exactly what I'm talking about and not be offended.
Yeah, no, like the website I do a lot. Like I go to a news aggregate website and like their updates on my phone are a lot of how I keep up to date on the news and stuff. Not all of it, but it's how I keep up. Some of how I keep up to date on the news. But they have a special tag for Florida. That anything that happens in Florida, you're already aware that it's coming from Florida.
It's
so
always
why it's
a little crazier. I don't know. It's probably just the warm weather all the time.
Yeah. And all the
You can get up to no good. And all the
over
mess.
60s who are retiring there, who have a lot of money, leaving a bunch of people with not a lot of money.
That's probably true too.
Place is crazy now.
Yes, it is. Good old
So,
Florida.
Florida A. Yeah, I've been finishing Letterkenny. I'm almost done with that show. That's cool. Glad to be almost. I've been taking my time in that show. I've been basically watching one episode every time I
I'm trying to savor it. So 3 times a day.
Well, actually, sometimes it's 2 times a day.
Sometimes, well, during this quarantine for me, it's been more like 5 times a day.
Well, that's good. I wish I was eating more. I should be.
I have been eating really good. That's the only like upside to this. Although probably a little too good. I should probably, you know, this quarantine's gonna get over, and I'm gonna have to put jeans on again for the first time in 2 months, and it's gonna be a problem.
Be a bad time.
I
I need to be doing workout. Like I need to be working out while
yeah,
slacking on.
figure out some at-home things to do.
I told myself I'd be doing push-ups like every day, and I have done so few.
Okay. Well, you know.
Well, hey,
Anthony.
alright.
Yeah, I think it looks good. Oh wait,
Actually-
I want to do a couple more things. I'm almost done.
Should I extend
Inspired
like the?
by your vines.
Yeah, I think I should. Kind of continue that effect that I have going on.
We could do it like down lower, and then I'll do some stuff in the front. Anybody in the chat? How have you been dealing with your potential quarantines?
Yeah, feel free to let us know how you've been holding up. It's been an interesting time.
Very interesting.
Since I have like this whole story about why I can't go to work lately, but it's been interesting because I just have not left my room.
Well, yeah. I guess if I lived with roommates, I'd probably be doing the same. I mean, I do live with one. There is a woman who lives in my house, but other than that,
Yeah. I just also have not I don't like aside from the kitchen, like there's not really a whole else going on for me in this building.
fair enough. I'm gonna save this drawing now.
But one more thing.
Okay. No, you're good. You're good. I'll be right back.
It's pretty solid. Yeah, there we go.
I had to grab a Coke Zero.
Nice.
That's what that
So
is.
drinking good old-fashioned water.
Okay. There's water in this, I think. It's not Coke Zero. It's a beer.
It's a beer. Gotta drink during quarantine, man. Like, keep ourselves sane somehow, you know what I mean?
All right, let's save this. Move on.
I like this drawing a lot.
Yeah, came out really good. All right, can erase it.
Alright. So, you want to do a game? Do you want to work on another picture? How do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Well, I sure don't know.
You want to draw us a Doom Eternal picture?
Sure.
Alright. Speaking of Doom Eternal, I've been playing another game. And I've already mentioned it actually. Oh, it's Assassin's Creed. I'm playing Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, the first one, right?
The very, very first one.
I'm surprised that you wanted to go back and play the very first one.
People always are when they find out, like,
You know, because they're all the same game.
yeah.
The only thing is that in the newest ones, they've added a few extra things. So, like, you can play the newest one, get all the new features, and you still have the original Assassin's Creed in there.
Yeah.
You're still going to climb towers and do the little bird thing 70 times per game.
I know, it's just, I like to see the progression of things. So it's like when I listen to.
How many games are there now? Like 30?
Let's find out. Are you googling it?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it. By the way, I did finally get a count. Nice. The sex call has, and it is 62.
That's great. Congratulations on your large family. You're very blessed.
Alright, so there's Assassin's Creed Altair's Chronicles, which is like a mobile spin-off, but I'm not going to count
I
that
was
one.
gonna say, we have to put that line somewhere on what we count.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations. These are Assassin's Creed 2 through Revelations are all featuring the guy from Assassin's Creed 2 and Seal Life of Glory.
Right.
There's Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed Liberation, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Assassin's Creed Pirates, Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry, Assassin's Creed Rogue, Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Chronicles China, Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed India, Assassin's Creed, well these are actually Assassin's Creed Chronicles India and Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia, Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and that is 16.
Oh my god.
So, it's a lot of them, man.
Hey, I have a question. Would it work to borrow like one of the subscription service? Not that I want to necessarily do that one, but I just like I'm thinking we have all these different ones.
Basically, you just gotta get the login details.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much. Cause I've that's how I'm playing all the Assassin's Creeds. Cause I've been doing new.
Right, I know that. That's what I was saying. Like I want to just borrow that and play.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if we get it to work and it doesn't keep you from playing out chip and a half or whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
We're listening to us. We're breaking the rules on the air.
That's what's breaking the rules. So.
Ubisoft is gonna listen to
They're
this.
gonna come down hard.
They're gonna get us.
Support, and there's a fucking recession. Okay?
Right. Their lawyers are at home, so.
Yeah, exactly. You can't fucking shit. Yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's enjoyable. I like to watch the progression of things. So like if I'm to like a band's work, I like to start from the first album and like work my way up to the newer songs.
I get that for most of these things. But Assassin's Creed, you're telling me you're gonna play 30 of them?
I'm not gonna play. I mean, I'm gonna give them all different amounts of investment.
Fair enough. I'm not trying
But,
to shut down this plan.
Oh, I know.
I'm just projecting my disgust.
I wonder if I can send you.
I've played the first like many of them before I was just like, okay, like what is this Madden? I play the same game every year. They added a few like nice details, so it's fun again. But it's
That's pretty much how it's gonna end up going. I assume by Assassin's Creed 3, I'll probably skip ahead to Odyssey or Origins or something like that.
Black Flag's awesome.
Black Flag that's the pirate one, right?
Yeah, and I want to try. I would probably the next one I would play if I play another one is going to be like the Greek one.
Yeah, that
The newest one.
My roommate's actually on the other side of this door playing that one. Right.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I've heard that one's good. I could see myself playing that one. If I borrowed your thing, that's what I would do with it.
Gotcha. Yep, it's available. Same with the one set in Egypt.
Right. Yeah, I think the Egypt one would be cool too, but I'm just gonna do one.
I'm interested in Freedom Cry because I think that's where you do escape slaves.
Yeah, I think that's like it's like a full game, but I think it's like DLC to Black Flag kind of.
It's interesting. Sounds cool. I like the yeah, I like the Assassin's Creed series. I just like open games. I think I said this a million times before on the show, but you just give me if you give me a game and you can
Do what you
go
want.
to this place and do shit. Like I'd be like, sick, dude. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Alright, I will. Thanks.
I'll go explore. I'm gonna shake up your drawing a little bit, man.
Okay. How's your brother's computer going?
So we were supposed to help him put it together yesterday,
Yeah.
but he's I think feeling a little trepidatious. Like I was originally gonna be the one to put it together for him with like.
Oh, he doesn't want that.
Yeah. So
That's fair. I can see you being scared about that.
yeah. So
Don't wanna
I'm trying
wreck
to figure
stuff.
out the best way to move forward is because it's gonna be a while before I can unquarantine. So
Well, he might just be there. He can do it himself or wait.
yeah. I would rather he didn't wait because he was supposed to have this thing done by Christmas. So like, present's getting behind.
He has it now. It's just in pieces.
Yeah, rest in pieces, torn in pieces. But I'm excited for him to fucking play games on it because like
Yeah.
I've been playing also a game called Ruiner, which is very interesting and it's also a game I think he would really like. It's kind of like you know what Smash TV, like that game.
Not really. I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
It's like, so it's like a top-down. Smashdown's like top-down. Like the left stick moves you around, right stick is where you're looking at, and then like you shoot with like the so like you're moving and like you can like shoot in a circle and stuff like that.
Okay.
And it's kind of like that. Like basically, it's like Ruiner is like you're walking in like these like parking garages and like these thugs will come out and like try and kill you, and then you shoot them or beat them with like a metal pipe.
Classic.
You know, kind of similar control scheme, but more of an isometric camera angle. But it's really cool because you may have seen it. The dude has a cool mask on, the main character. This will be really cool. I'm just gonna put stuff on.
Your brother's in the chat now. We summoned him.
Hey, what is that date? So yeah, you dude's got like this cool mask that like displays stuff on it. What's he's got? Yeah, here's it. I'm about to put a picture over top of what you're. No, it's gonna be over top. So just to give you a heads up, real quick. There we go. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. But
Why
the
didn't you
dudes that
warn
do-
me?
I know, right? But your dude's the dude on the left. He's got his full mask on, that like displays different shit on it.
Okay.
It's got a cool like Blade Runner sort of vibe to the game. It's pretty cool. But I think it would be right up Zach's alley. It's just cool. Just a cool aesthetic to it.
Oh, he likes cool aesthetics.
He does
I
have
know
some
this
cool-
about him.
He noticed, Brain. Zach. Brain noticed.
I know these.
He noticed. But yeah, I've been playing that. It's pretty fun.
Cool.
But I want him to be able to play that and other games. He just won't be able to on his current computer.
Right.
And
Well, we'll be set up soon.
he will be so set so shortly.
I just built my first computer and it went well. Never done it
Went well?
before. Yeah, never done it before. Went smoothly. It took me a lot. If I ever built one again, obviously it would go way quicker. This one, any time that I would start to be like, wait a minute, what do I do with this cord? I would hop on YouTube and watch for a half hour of people explaining things before I went back.
So yeah, Zach, maybe you can watch some YouTube videos, see what.
But, you know, it's also, I had been doing research for weeks ahead of time, you know, as buying the parts, all that kind of stuff. As the parts were coming, I was doing research. So, like, I was kind of prepared. But it wasn't too bad. It went smoothly. I read some people that said, like, their first time, like, you go to boot it up and then you have to, like, fix errors because, like, it won't start. But I started up first try. Didn't have to fix anything. So it was good. It worked. Took me a little while, like probably like 4 hours, 5 hours, and it shouldn't probably have taken me that long, but I didn't know what I was doing, so.
That's all right. I mean, you still got it done, which is
Yeah.
some impressive thing to do.
I had to do it upstairs on the floor because it's the only place where my cat would get into it, and where it was like a wood floor, so I wouldn't conduct any static. And yeah, so by the time I was done, I could barely walk because I was hunched over on a floor for like hours.
More or less.
Yeah, but no, I'm on it right now, so it works.
Man, it runs like a fucking charm.
Yes, it does.
I got a chance to see Brandon's computer when I visited him. But,
we were just talking about that, Zach. Quarantine's going pretty good. We were kind of discussing how we've been keeping busy, discussing a lot of the video games and stuff we've been playing, things we've been watching. How about you? Are you quarantined, or are you still working?
He is quarantined.
Gotcha. Same.
Well, I'm not. I'm sort of in quarantine now until I get that doctor.
Yeah, right.
And I'm good to go back.
Good. Happy to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, did you have to take the test, Matt? Did they stab your brain? I saw a diagram and I'm like, oh, that looks unpleasant.
They stick that shit pretty far down your face.
Yeah, right up in there. Yikes.
Yeah.
You know, I saw that diagram, and the first thing I thought about was how back in high school, there's always not like, I'm not gonna use names or anything, so it doesn't matter. There's always this like that weird kid that has strange talents. There's this kid that used to take items and he would push them so far in his nose. Nobody would request him to do it. But he would do it because it always got a similar reaction.
Sure.
And he would I once saw him take way up there. Way up there. I once saw him take it was like a plastic spoon, so the handle was pretty narrow, but it was all the way up to the spoon part in his head.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And pencil, I'm why you stop? Everybody would just be disgusted, and that's why he did it. He's like,
Of course, yeah. It's like the kids who would always be eating weird shit. But
the trick is, once you do it once and poke, apparently the nerve receptors for your nose are right in that specific spot. So if you stab something in there once, you can't feel anything anymore. You can stick things in your nose forever. That's my theory. I don't know for sure.
Interesting. Do you have any scientific evidence to back that?
Oh, I have stacks of papers here, but I can't get into that right now. I just can't.
Is it on the LexisNexis?
Yeah. Yes, I don't know what that means.
That's where college universities
Oh.
stuff like that.
Well, I'm a dummy who doesn't read peer-reviewed papers, so I don't know what that is.
I had to use it for a class, for my writing class, in order to tell you whether or not I thought Spike Lee's character Mookie did the right thing in the movie. Do the right thing.
Zach's right. Stay safe, kids. The only things you put up your nose is drugs. Don't be putting spoons and COVID tests in your nose.
Yeah, motherfuckers. Only drugs. Only the good kind of drugs, too. I'm talking about the captain or... Okay?
You cut out there a little bit. The captain or what?
The captain or the crunch.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
one of them's with a K, one's on the...
Mesamax. That stuff is I think it's steroids or something. They say on the bottle, only use this for 3 days in a row or your allergies are going to get worse.
Well, it's have you ever seen the movie B-Movie?
I have seen the B-movie.
So you know how, the lady wants to fuck the bee?
Yeah, I'm familiar.
I think it's because she was on Mason X, man. You want to fuck bees when you're on Mason X.
Is that part of it?
It's the only thing that makes sense if you think of the only thing.
I suppose. You're saying it with enough confidence that I'm starting to agree.
It's the only thing that makes sense.
Alright, well, it's probably true
Brian.
then. Brian,
You want to join my club? It's the only thing that makes sense.
you have a whole club devoted to this theory?
It's a club devoted to a lot of things. It's the only one that makes sense, though. So, I mean, if you think that the lady from Bee Movie wanted to fuck the bee because of Nathan X, join my
Is it
club.
because Nathan X just has a bee mascot?
Voiced by like Antonio Banderas, or
Right.
a guy who's supposed to sound like Antonio Banderas?
Right. But could it be
That's
like
like-
Honey Nut Cheerios or something? Could that be the reason?
Well, if you do Nathan X, you want to fuck that bee too.
Wait, you don't want to fuck the Honey Nut Cheerios bee? That's like, go on!
Yeah. Hi, it's me.
It's
Wait,
time
can I
for
say something?
breakfast. What?
Can I say something?
You can say whatever. You've been saying. Wait, you're gonna ask if you can say something now. You've been talking about fucking bees without asking.
So, I gotta say something about the Honey Nut Cheerios bee.
All right, go ahead. I think I'm gonna allow it.
Grab that sexy. No, the Honey Nut Cheerios bee a long time ago. I was like 12 or something like that. They had like a competition. They were like, "Hey, check it out. We're gonna name him." Fucking kids who like cereal. Name the Honey Nut Cheerios bee. We'll have a competition. Kid who gets it gets like a fucking ass load of Honey Nut Cheerios.
Okay.
So, I didn't participate because I didn't give a shit. But
Right, you were above that. You were like,
I was above that.
no, I don't have
But I
time
was-
for this competition's for children.
Well, it was also one that, even though I was a child at the time, but two, also I didn't think I was gonna win. I was just like, oh come on, kids with the best names around the block are gonna be lining up to name this fucking bee. No way I stand a chance. There's Billy naming bees down the street.
Billy at school
So-
names bees way better than I ever will.
He sure fucking does. So I didn't enter, and then finally the results came back. Name the Honey Nut Cheerios Bee Challenge, and the winner of Honey Nut Cheerios Name the Bee Challenge his name was Buzzbee. Just Buzzbee.
Mhm.
And I was like,
You were impressed, or
what the fuck is this bullshit? You're telling me Buzzbee won the competition? Of all the names that could have been submitted, was Buzzbee? Like,
you think you could have beat that now in hindsight?
I think Greg would have been a better name. I
But
think that's a terrible name for a bee character. It's
Greg
like,
is
what
the
is
name
this?
of a guy who sells insurance. It's not the name of a guy who sells
Greg is the
bee
name of a lot
flavored
of fictional
bee
names like stuff on this show.
themed cereal.
Like, that is a terrible name. Bradley would have been a better name. Like, I just... When I saw the winner for that, I was just like, I retroactively wish... Well, I guess you retroactively... I didn't retroactively anything, but I just wished at that point that I had entered that competition. Because I could have come up with a way better fucking name. Got myself a shit ton of free Honey Nut Cheerios.
You'd still be eating that cereal.
I'd be eating Honey Nut Cheerios right now. All you'd be hearing this podcast would me be being like,
It's funny how when you're a
"These
kid,
Honey Nut Cheerios, man."
it's funny when you're a kid and they're like, so you'll win yogurt for life or something. You'd be like, holy shit, yogurt for life. But now that you're older, you're like, that's not that much. I mean, that company makes the amount of yogurt you're gonna eat in the rest of your life in like a month or less. Like that's.
I think what they bank on is you fucking taking in the first month on like their free shit, and then you just get so sick of it you never want any ever again.
They just mail you a coupon for free yogurt like every week, or like 4 free yogurts a month, and then you just get that for the rest of your life, and you're like, you get so sick of yogurt pretty soon. Yeah, exactly. And plus, a lot of those prizes are like kids' food, so like the moment you're an adult, you're not still friggin' buying like Trix
Right.
yogurt for you, or maybe you are because that shit was good.
Hi, can I get the exploding gushers, please? Sir, you're a 50-year-old man. Why are you still eating gushers?
I won these. They're a major award.
I won a competition. Now get me my fucking gushers. I would do it. I would still be eating gushers. If I had won a lifetime supply of like Lunchables or something like that, I'd be. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd do that. I mean, charcuterie is just fancy Lunchables.
That is very true. We've actually said that before. That
I know it's not a popular opinion, but I'm just, I'm not gonna hide anymore and not. I just need to say it. Charcuterie is adult Lunchables. And it doesn't even come with like an Oreo or a Capri Sun.
Or a fucking Butterfinger.
Bullshit.
Assholes. You know what? Fucking Hungry Man comes with a fucking brownie.
Except the brownie, I think you could cook the brownie for 10 years and it would still be like liquid.
Oh my god, that brownie is such garbage.
It's like there's like condensation that forms on the plastic that spills into the brownie mix and turns it into chocolate soup.
Yeah.
And then then eventually just turns to a rock once you cook it.
I use the brownie to clean up my oven. It is a sponge.
So
did you add the snicks because Zach wrote that in chat?
No, I wrote it.
Oh.
I think I wrote it before he wrote it.
Nice. Well, you guys are on the same page. Adult lunch.
I mean, Wolverine might be an assassin.
Oh, I would play that. Assassin's Creed X.
If they could get the rights to that, where
Oh.
Wolverine is, yeah, that'd be the best one. That'd be the best one of the series.
I have to clean up. Hold on. Wow, I would fucking play that. Man.
Except if it turned out that I don't know how far you into the game. Like, do you know how the story works at all?
Is that for Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, you have to be.
Well, I know.
The initial
Well,
thing.
Yeah, I know that everything doesn't matter happening right now because eventually the main character just gets fucking off and like the third one once they get tired.
Oh well, that's not what I was gonna say. But I was just gonna say like,
oh, in terms
if the way it works is it's like a machine that, you get sent back.
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
But if Wolverine was officially like a thing, everybody would just go back and do that one. They wouldn't go try to be anybody else in history.
100%. They'd be like, hey, we're gonna take you back to your ancestors.
I want to do the Wolverine one. Like, what?
What? No, but that's not on the. No, you don't understand.
Wolverine.
I'm not participating unless I'm fucking Wolverine.
I will go home right now. Damn it.
Leave. You guys can shoot me. I don't care. I know you need me more than I need this machine, but I want Wolverine. So did you ever sit next to a person who had like a weird blade obsession in high school? Anything like that? Or like, did you ever sit next to like somebody like, you know how like
Somebody
there's
brought
those
a
kids-
knife to school?
Well, not necessarily knife to school, but did you ever just like know kids in like school when you had to like hang out with?
I knew
like,
some
weird
kids, yeah.
too, who like were like fucking weird knife guys, like that Gus Johnson sketch, you know?
Oh, well, I mean, I knew kids like that growing up and stuff like that. Not necessarily, it didn't really come out that much in school, but. And then I guess there's people that own like swords at home and stuff like that. Like.
Yeah, I guess that kind of does fall into a similar cat. I remember just this one time I was on the bus, like the bus was kind of like a shit show, and sometimes you just had to like sit next to some strangers. Like,
Familiar.
and there was this one kid who was there and like was sitting in the seat for me sometimes, and he was like, you know how the brother looked in My Name Is Earl.
Yeah.
So like imagine him and like how they looked in My Name Is, like imagine like 30 times more haggard and like just like holes in the shirt and stuff like that. And then the one time he just like was like, hey, check this thumb, and he had like this weird bit of like the thumb that was like raised like a ridiculous amount, just like all red and shit. I was just like, oh god, what's that? And he's just like, he shows me this lighter. He's just like, I've just been doing this. And he like shows me, he just like scorches it with the fucking lighter.
There were always weird kids that did that kind of shit. I don't know why.
I was like, what? I don't think you should be doing that shit, man. That looks like it's bad for your thumb. He's just like, no, it doesn't hurt anymore. And I was just like, okay, dude.
Well, that's a problem in itself.
Yeah. I don't think that that's necessarily a ringing endorsement of like this behavior you're doing right here.
I think that might just be some like some early level like cutting type behavior.
It might be. I mean, it was definitely like. I mean, he showed me it. So if it was a cry for attention, like.
I mean, that's gotta be what it is, right? Like he's trying to get your attention. The fact that he's like, "Hey, look at this,"
Yeah.
and then, you know, weird.
Matt knows the Gus video I was talking about. By the way. But yeah, it's I don't know. It was just I remember that you seeing the drawing of like Ezio and for some reason me putting it was cool. I was just like, oh yeah. I remember like that fucking kid showed me his weird ass thumb bump from lighting it
I
constantly.
wonder where that kid is now and how big his thumb bump is finally reached. Hopefully.
I think about that once a week. Where is thumb bump kid?
I wonder if he cringes at the thumb bump stuff.
Oh, he might be dead. I mean, I don't think.
I mean, if he's willingly burning himself.
He was a haggard kid who grown up in a haggard life. So I wish the best for him.
Yeah. Well, obviously, yeah.
Because, oh boy, did you get some... The one town that we were, like, right next to was not a winner. That's why they would host the Redneck Festival every year. But, it was just a interesting place. There's a lot of assassins in it.
I know. There's a hit on her, I think.
Or a hit on... Yeah, I guess they're on her.
What is this guy?
I'm excited for you to see what he's hiding in.
Looks like he's in a bowl. Do you like the hay bale in the back?
I do. I enjoy it. I think it's hilarious. Like, there's this one hay bale I found in the one that's glitched. And I think it's glitched because it's an old ass game running on a new computer or a newer computer. Like, I had to manually reset the controls so that would run with the controller. But so there's like this in the Assassin's Creed series. You know, there's these spots where you gotta climb up and then you climb the tower and then you get a bird's eye view.
Oh, I'm familiar. They make you do it over and over, and then
Yes, they do.
And then they make you do it more than that.
Yes, they do. And then you collect some flags, and then you go do that shit some more. And I love it. That's my jam. That's
All right.
that kind of shit I love playing.
Well, that's good news.
But
There's a lot of it if you like it.
there is a lot of it. I've noticed. I will probably get sick of it sooner rather than later. But so I found that glitched hay bale. So like I'm at the top of this tower after I like gotten the viewpoint thingy, and my guy's not jumping into the hay bale. And I'm like, come on, just jump in.
Dude, fucking jump in.
Alright, fucking jump in the thing. And then finally he does, and then he just jumps. I have a clip of it saved because it's so funny. He just jumps. It does the whole animation like, and then you jump and then, and then he just fucking, since it's glitched, he just hits the edges of the hay bale and like dies like you would in real life if you were to try.
That hay bale had some boxes under it.
Yeah. So he just fucking dies.
It's awesome.
That's it. So I have I have 2 clips saved of me jumping off of that.
Oh, it happened more than once.
It happens every time I try and jump in Pacific hay bale off that tower because it's a glitched hay bale. So it's just very funny. If you ever want to see that dude fucking eat it when he jumps off, there you go. I got that.
Alright,
saved for
keep
you.
that in mind.
It's very funny. It's a fun game though. I enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to shit on it. I'm just
How dare you try and shit on mine? Is this because I...
trying to ruin this fun that you're having.
Yeah, is this... Jesus Christ. I can't even enjoy a game. You just
what this assassin's hanging from, but.
Oh, you like the globe?
Oh, I didn't. That's great.
This is fun. I enjoyed this.
And then yeah, Matt points out the mini missions where you get to follow people. Oh boy,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you like following people, you're in luck. People to be followed.
I do love that, man. I love how like I had this one mission where it's just like this guy, but like no one can see you do it. You gotta be stealth as fuck, dude. And I did, but like because I was 2 feet away from him, like I was about to stab him.
Desynchronizing.
Exactly. I was just like, no, fuck. I was already stabbing him. Like of course he saw me because he was dying.
Right.
I was so mad. Although I do appreciate how after you've seen the dude giving the bullshit mission, like dialogue is like, hey, my brother. Well, okay, can I actually talk about the voices
Yes.
in that game?
You may. I will allow it.
I don't get it. I
Okay.
don't get what's happening with the voices.
I don't recall what you mean.
Because your guy, I'll tell you. Well, first of all, Desmond, the guy from the future, is Nolan North, the guy who voices like
Correct.
Drake and like a whole bunch of other, like basically every video game character after
Yeah.
Uncharted came out. And then Ezio Altair, or Ezio, no, that's the dude from Assassin's Creed 2. Altair, whatever his name is, he honestly has an American accent. He just talks like a American action movie hero. He's like, yeah, isn't this quite a pickle, that word?
I don't remember his voice.
His voice is just, he just has an accent, and he just talks very straightforward and kind of bland.
Okay.
And then all of the dudes who are like in your Assassin's Guild and are also like from your village in Damascus all have like a fake Middle Eastern accent where they're just like, oh, my brother, please, come help me.
Okay.
But then, you know, there's other villages, because like this game happens during the Crusades. There's another village or two where like the people are talking with English accents because it's like an English colonial village that's set up in the Middle East for like trade and stuff like that. So they're all just like, "Oi, mate, I saw this lady. She's hanging out the window. I'm like, what is she doing?" And then the dudes on their team, there's like 60 Templars you have to fight throughout the game, and those Templars just speak French. They just speak French words at you, and then they fight you.
Yeah, that's how it was in history.
I'm just so confused.
This is accurate.
Is that like
Yeah,
why is
you just
why
don't
is
know
Altair
history very well, it
everywhere?
seems.
I guess I don't know the history of things. I need to
But-
watch that Mel Brooks movie.
History of the world.
Yeah,
Part 1.
and
There is no part 2. That's part of the joke.
2. Okay. I always thought that though. I always being like, God.
There's a long montage at the end of what's coming in part 2, but it's all bullshit. It's like Jews in
Oh.
space and stuff like that.
That's hilarious. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time.
It's good.
But yeah, so I'm just confused by Ezio Auditore. Ah, God, it's the dude from fucking Assassin's Creed 2. It doesn't matter. None of the characters matter. But
Yeah, that doesn't
Yeah.
really want to take that guy out. He's gone. Hey, Bellman is gone.
hey, Bellman's gone. Why?
Just didn't look right.
All right, I'm not.
It didn't look
Believe
like
that.
a hay bale anymore.
That's bad. But yeah, so I don't understand the voices. Like, why is
Fair enough.
no one has a consistent? I mean,
Maybe-
the people in the Middle East, like, or the people in Damascus, and like also everyone like you talk to who works in your assassins organization is like, please, you must talk to Al-Malim. They're like, they just pronounce this one word completely differently. I'm trying to remember what it is.
Look, just because you don't understand their accent doesn't mean that they're talking weird. You just... God, I'm getting real sick of your ignorance.
I'm such a xenophobe.
No, I don't see what the alien from Alien has to do with this.
What? Oh, I see what you're... That was
That joke was too much of a deep cut, it seems.
I wish y'all could have seen the gears turning in my head.
They came to a stop.
Yeah. No, like it was like the gears. Like, you ever see those like where people try and draw gears, but they actually draw a unworkable gear configuration because the gears would all jam each other?
Yeah, I suppose I have.
It's apparently a very prevalent thing. Like, companies will just they'll try and draw a logo that is gears because they want to show like we work together, but they fucked it up and they drew the gears. So I just find them for you. Of course not. I'm having a hard time.
Matt says in the beginning that's why they say the message about it's a work of fiction from multicultural team of various religious backgrounds because they can't do voices. It's probably partly true.
Honestly, yeah, that is true. Yeah. But that's very
It's like, look.
They do definitely say that at the beginning.
Yeah, they do.
So I couldn't find the fucking pictures, but like I saw someone posted a thread about it a while ago. But it was a bunch of pictures of gears, and they would be like, "Hey, here's our fucking gears," and then we're working together. This is our logo. We're a bunch of gears, and then they'd have these two gears, and then they'd throw a third gear up here, connected to the other two gears, and it's like that's not a gear.
If they're spaced correctly, that could work.
I guess
Ian.
But the gears are interlaced.
Yeah, if they're all simultaneously interlinked, then no. That's not. That's gonna be a no from me.
I don't remember why I started talking about gears less than
We were talking about the franchise of Gears of War for like an hour now. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's exactly right. Which is very current.
I want to play the new one. It's apparently co-op
Me too.
and it's on Games Pass, so we should play it. But we have a
We
lot
should
of other
definitely
stuff
play
we're
it.
trying to.
On Games Pass. Actually, I think all of the Gears of Wars are on Games Pass, and they're actually all co-op. But I know you just said like, why not just play the newest one?
Well, I don't feel that way about every franchise. I just know that Assassin's Creed is very, very like copy and paste type stuff. Not to like completely like put the game down. I know there's a lot of good stuff in them, but they are very repetitive, I will say.
That is
As somebody who's played a lot of them, I feel like I have the right to say that about it. And maybe they're getting further away from that now, but I wouldn't play through them all because I know what I played through the first like 5.
That's cool. I actually didn't know that you played as many Assassin's Creeds.
Maybe I might be exaggerating. It might not have been 5, but I played a lot of them. I don't know. I should look at the titles and see which ones I played.
I don't feel like coloring this picture, by the way. I think
No, I'm not coloring this. You kidding me? No way, Jose.
No way, Josie and the Pussycats. Jabberjaw. That's a show that needs to get a reboot. Jabberjaw. Except it's just a real shark and it just keeps eating everybody. But they keep taking them on because they think like they...
I'm not familiar with that show.
Jabberjaw?
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, so imagine Josie and the Pussy.
No, it's some other show. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, you're talking about Jabberjaw, the show?
The show I was just said 3 times?
I was just referring to? But yeah, Jabberjaw, it's a show, so you know Josie and the Pussycats though, right?
I'm familiar, yes.
Okay, so imagine if that was the show Josie and the Pussycats, except it was a band of people who looked kind of like Scooby-Doo and gang.
Oh shit, so I know, just from your description, I already know what you're talking about, even though I've never seen the show. I've seen art from it.
Because...
There's a big shark.
Yeah, there's a big shark. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen the show once, but I have seen, like, images from it.
Jabberjaw right there, yeah.
I think this one's done.
I think so, yeah. I like it.
Hold on, one sec.
The Jabberjaw was always talking like a three. Whoop 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 whoop! Oh my!
Oh, so he's
by the
the
way.
Three Stooges.
Yeah. Before you delete everything, I just want to show you something. by
I'm
the
not
way.
done yet. I'm still drawing a little bit, but I'll be done soon.
I'll let you finish drawing then. Let's see if there's anything else I can add.
I'm almost done. I was just adding one little last touch. Alright, I'm gonna save this.
Alright, now before you delete it, let me know when you save it.
Alright, I'm done. Saved.
Okay. So one thing I wanted to show you was
You got me.
I got you.
In my defense, though, I don't quite have my drawing, I don't quite have the template set up perfectly, so I didn't even have it on screen, so I didn't see it. Sorry, I need to get that fixed, but yeah.
I do see that now. I'm looking at the stream right now.
The previous drawing, you had something near the top that I couldn't see, so I moved it a little bit, but I should just get it all lined up so that doesn't even happen.
I drew our character Carl. Which, you can't see it now because we still need to get the web fixed, but we hit him in like every
I scrolled
page.
down so you can see it now, but alright.
Yeah.
I think
We hit him in every page of our comic.
it's time for rock, paper, pencil, assuming you want to do it this week.
Alright. Anyone have any ideas for a rock, paper, pencil?
This is where we're just deleting every layer to try to find. There it was. It was Ian 1. Ian 1. People who had Ian 1, they had it. Alright.
Speaking of Ian,
I know, I was just gonna check. I believe I did post it last time. It was the 3-way.
That's right. That was.
As we love to call it. We all do. Let's see. Looks like you won by quite a bit. 7 votes, and you had half the votes between 3 of us. So that's
Well, hell to the yeah.
That's
Glad
your-
that you
that's
guys
your-
could-
the biggest win you've had yet.
Man, that is great. I'm so happy. I finally won.
You did.
Second.
Well, you've won,
Yeah.
but you ran away with it, which is new.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Good job. All right.
I feel good.
So, yeah, let's figure out what we're doing this one. I should just make a graphic for the stream so we don't have to draw the thing at the top every time.
Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking.
We'll have to do that. Okay.
I haven't seen anybody posting any ideas for things we could draw yet, so which is fine. We don't gotta always get the topic from them. What if we did this week's topic is Matty F can't think of anything good. Papa Tasty Boy is running dry. Oh, I like the text you're doing this time around. It's good. Fancy.
I'm a fancy boy sometimes.
Yeah, you got a bit of a graphic design. Okay. I had a terrible idea for one. We definitely shouldn't.
Okay.
What's the Sesame Street Muppet that would help kids deal with the coronavirus?
Oh God. I mean, I could do that.
I I could, but I don't want
I have an idea already, but we don't have to do that.
to. No, please. What's your idea?
Well, I mean, if we're not doing it, I'll tell you, but we don't have to do that.
I don't want to do the Sesame Street.
Fair enough. I was just gonna make it like soapy, and I was gonna draw like a Muppet that looks like a
Oh,
bar of soap or something, or like a.
that's funny.
Oh, you can draw anything as a Muppet, and it's fun.
That is very true. Yeah. What if we did weird Muppets or Muppets?
We did Muppets like an episode or so ago.
You're right. God damn. Well, I could do that topic every time.
Yeah.
Bad thing. Okay. Deleted, what's the word? Characters who didn't make it into the final doom. Like demons. What do you think about that one?
I like that.
Alright.
Oh, Matt says WrestleMania.
Ooh.
What day is that again? Can some of you fill me in? I forget. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble keeping track of time right now.
I believe WrestleMania is on the 4th, the same day that Resident Evil. So.
Oh, snap. Are you gonna get that?
More. I might have to think about it because I haven't been at work lately.
Right. That's the reason I'm not right away. Okay. This Saturday, Sunday. He says. So that is a week from now.
Residentialmania.
Should they?
Resident Evil Vania.
Residential Vania. Wait, what are we even talking about now? This is WrestleMania.
Well, WrestleMania is on the same day.
Oh. Wait, Resident Evil comes out on the weekend?
Comes out the 4th, doesn't it?
I would have assumed it would have come out on like a Friday or something. Usually games do. I could be wrong.
One sec.
So it's very interesting to listen to, I'm sure. What day is it?
Look on the We Google thing. Today we are Googling things.
Why even such a hard time over there?
I don't know. I really haven't like. If you Google Resident Evil, I should just type remake.
Yeah. Seriously? I bet you I can find it real fast.
I bet. Yeah, your Google Food's probably better than. April 3rd.
Okay.
It does come out on a Friday, like you
There you
said.
go. Learning go.
But yeah, Matt, I'm super excited to watch WrestleMania.
So we could do like some kind of like rejected wrestlers or something, or
Rejected wrestlers. Yeah, rejected wrestlers.
do you like that, or what do you think?
I like that idea.
You sound very convinced, very sold.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just.
I like it, I guess.
No, I'm just trying to think of like what I would do.
Oh, fair enough.
It'd be perfect for the upcoming WrestleMania.
I mean, they make all sorts of weird wrestlers. They make all
Wrestlers.
sorts of weird wrestlers, so you can just come up with any theme.
Yeah, really.
Almost the same as like writing a superhero character, like pitching them. They're pretty much the same idea. I'm the bowler. I'm gonna strike you out this Sunday in the ring. You turkeys. That guy has to exist, right? Somewhere.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I should have, but I threw it into the trash.
Shit. I do want to say real quick, when we talked about wrestling, and somebody mentioned a wrestler named Orange Cassidy, and ever since they mentioned that wrestler, like I've seen them, like that wrestler pop up on my Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm.
And when the person first mentioned them, I was kind of like, that seems kind of like meh. But like now that I've seen what his bit is, and his whole bit is that he just does not react to like, they mentioned it actually on the last episode, like he flips with his hands in his pockets and stuff like that.
I'm gonna hide your layers. We can continue to talk, but I'm gonna start drawing.
Oh, me too. But yeah, and like he just does not react to anything. So like I've seen him like do a hot one. Like he did like a hot ones bit where like he ate a giant wing and he was just kind of like, and he just walked away. And I was like, okay, I get
I
it.
like that he was able to do it even for that, or it was a bit.
So I was like, I see what this guy's shtick is now, and I wholeheartedly approve.
Yeah, it's all about the quality of the character they invented.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's great if they're able to do all the gymnastics, but I mean, it's all, if you make a fun character, then I'm all in.
Me too. Matty F says, watch Orange Cassidy, David Starr, best match.
Okay. Keep that in mind there.
We'll put that one in the old Rolodex here now. Alright, I gotta think about what I'm gonna do for my dude. What his shtick is. I think I got it.
I'm still getting. I know one part of my drawing what I want, but I'm still figuring it out.
Pumped to watch WrestleMania with you guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Should we try and get like other people in the mix too? Like the more the merrier, or do you want it to just be like the guys hanging out?
No girls allowed. No, I
No
don't,
girls.
I don't care. Yeah, anybody's. I mean,
I don't know too many people who would be interested in watching WrestleMania, to be honest.
I don't. Yeah, there you go, Matt. Silver linings. I don't know if Matt's streaming to us or we're all watching it on our own at the same time. We'll figure out the logistics, but yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I don't care who else is there. Part of it's up to Matt too, but yeah, I'm cool with whoever.
Like I said, can't think of too many people who would be super down to watch WrestleMania outside of us, but you never know.
Matt IDCs, so no broads.
No broads. Okay.
Don't worry, Matt. I already laid that rule down. We're safe.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Who's my wrestler gonna be?
Shit, I just realized that the dude I'm doing is... Nah, I can't do that idea. It's already a joke that's been done.
Oh.
It's old.
No one's. Can't use it though. How long does it go, Matt? Since it's 2 days instead of 1.
I'm imagining like...
Normally it's like kind of a long thing, but I'm just
Yeah.
curious since it's split up into 2 days. Yeah, it might happen. Shit, I made Doink.
Right? I mean, Doink the Clown.
Whoa.
What just happened?
I don't know, but all your layers just became visible on mine.
Oh, good thing I didn't have anything drawn.
Yeah, I didn't really have anything either. I don't know if mine became visible, but...
Yours did, but they were not on screen, so we Gucci.
Okay.
That's good though.
It's a new one.
So what are you kind of hoping to see out of WrestleMania?
You know, I don't know. I used to go hang out with Matt and another guy we worked with and watch them every year. But I was the one guy there that didn't really have any investment. I was just like hanging out and having fun.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they had some fun too, I think. I'm not sure. But, no, I'm just saying, like, I was just kind of like, who's that guy? Cool. But so I don't know. I can't really. It's hard for me to say like what I want to see. I'm not like I don't know much about anybody. But
So
it's always
I wanna
just fun.
see-
The pageantry. It's great.
I want to see like somebody pull a table out from under the ring. Definitely want to see. I definitely want to see a fucking sassy backstage fight where someone's like, "Oh hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you fucking pooped my toilet last week, and I can't deal with that. You motherfucker." And then Stone Cold Steve Austin being all like, "Well, you know, you dumb broad, you."
He probably won't be there.
I'm hoping to see some. I'm actually just really hoping to see some hype because of the fact that they can't have a crowd there. Like, I'm interested in seeing how they translate it to.
Yeah, hopefully they don't. It doesn't become a weakness, and instead it's like, okay, we have the opportunity to do something that we'll never do again and never done before.
What if it becomes a rock opera or like just
Like that's what I'm saying. Like do something really
I know.
weird, some weird shit that they couldn't normally do. Instead of just being like, sorry, this is the best we can do. They could like take the advantage and make it something really weird, or
Yeah,
not even
exactly.
weird, but something like real. Because you don't want to piss off the fans that are actually like into it, but also
This is very.
something like unique.
You gotta do something.
All right, I have to figure out this. Okay.
And I'm also definitely hoping that they do that thing where they both get on top of a ladder and then they punch each other for a while, but like they're like basically taking turns. Like one guy will hit the other.
Every ladder match ever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I hope they do
You
that.
would
'cause I
dangle a belt just slightly out of reach.
Yep. I love a good protracted ladder match like that one with Shawn Michaels that took like 50 minutes for no reason.
They always do.
Yep.
Drag it out.
Yeah, exactly. Just I just want to see some dumb shit. That's really what it comes down.
This is what I'm looking for. Matt just said on one of the recent shows it was an empty arena and Stone Cold goes, "Give me a hell yeah!" and the camera cut to empty seats. Like that's the shit that I'm gonna eat up. If they make fun of it and they use it to do something unique, I'm all in.
Yeah. I'm definitely into that. Because I do appreciate, like, wrestling's been doing some weird shit lately, and I do appreciate.
Yeah.
We talked about that the last time we talked about wrestling here, but that's just the stuff that I think is most fun. How far are you on your doodle?
Not too far. I'm starting to get the drawing done, but I didn't start coloring at all. Oh yeah.
I am pretty solid. I'm actually just about ready to color.
Okay. I'll be ready to color soon.
Alrighty, Rooney, getting this cartoony done. I do have some more songs I've done for the drop.
Oh snap! I would
Yeah,
love to
I
listen to
actually-
this.
I actually finished.
I can't really do it right now because I'm trying to draw this, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen to this, or you can tell me about it.
Yeah. So I updated song number 10, which is track
Nice.
track.
So download the update.
Yeah, it's before it was about a 5-minute song that just kind of abruptly ended, but now it's a finished song with the whole outro and everything. It's real ambient, as a lot of the songs do, because it's really easy to make ambient bit last for a while, and maybe it will not be too intrusive to the conversations. And then I got a couple other songs that are just kind of like, basically whenever I want to experiment with some music, but I don't want to do anything super serious, I start working on a new track for like this show, because then I feel free to just kind of like fuck around and do whatever, really. It's less pressure. So yeah, I got a couple of concepts that are like interesting, but play with. But those are works in progress. That should be fun.
Cool. I'm excited to hear about it. It's like your music.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a beat battle sometime in the near future. I haven't done one, just because I haven't really vibed with this. So I'm not trying to like.
Right. Don't force it.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I just downloaded like a new for my making program, Ableton. It's like a bunch of keyboard presets, which are pretty good sounding. They sound like they like try and recreate classic keyboard sounds. I love a good synth. So it's a lot of that, and it's pretty cool plugin. I actually really like it. It's got like this one of the other synths that I have is on a subscription program.
Okay.
They take like $10 out of my account every month, and then it's another month I'm allowed to use that synth, and then after a set number of months, when it's been the amount that it would cost to just buy the program outright anyway, I get to keep it and I don't have to keep paying.
Oh, that's awesome. That's how it should be done.
I agree. It's a very nice setup that they have, and you can quit, you can cancel at any time and start up payments again. You keep going exactly where you left off. You can buy the rest. It's like they're like, you have $60 left on this synth. You can just say, all right, I'm just gonna fucking buy the $60. Like, I'm done with this. It's got like a number of cool features that.
So all you gotta do is make it convenient, and people will be happy to buy it.
Right. Like for a while, like someone mentioned this earlier, but thing or something like that. But it used to be like you pirate a bunch of shit because it was hard as hell to get all this stuff.
Yeah, I think this was me that said this because I did this.
It's very.
I did a report in college, and I didn't really know what the results were going to be when I started it. But what I ended up learning, because it was about pirating, what I ended up learning is that pirating is most rampant in the countries where like say a movie comes out and it just doesn't go there.
Yeah.
So they're like, I just want to see the movie. Like all the countries where like they give you the ability to pay for it legally, pirating is way lower.
Yep.
And it's even in established countries. It's not just like a poor thing. It's just people will pay for things if you let them. Not everybody obviously, but yeah, it's just convenience. And so it's like how I don't know, certain companies, I think Blockbuster did this, like they put themselves out of business because they're like, nah, home video, Netflix isn't a thing. Home videos aren't going to go out of business. Instead of being like, well, that's a good idea, we should adapt for the future, they were just like, we're fine, and then
right.
They don't exist. It's like you gotta update yourself, you know.
Yeah, just make
things
shit
convenient.
Yeah, people just want to be able to use your thing, like.
Right, let them. Exactly.
Yep. I think I started this conversation somewhere, but I forget. But I pretty much got whatever I probably wanted to say. So, good job, dude.
Oh yeah, sorry if I cut you off there.
No, I mean you basically were continuing the like I actually forget what started us talking about pirating.
You were talking your program. You got the Ableton has a really good system for letting you pay things off.
Oh yes, yeah. Well, we got everything out. Is basically they made it easy for me to use the shit, and it's very cost effective even. Like the fact that I can just like pay to use it for a little bit is so brilliant because that's great. And they actually have their own music making software. Like it's called a digital audio workstation or a DAW. So if you ever see people referring to like a DAW or something like that, that's what they're referring to Ableton as a DAW.
Okay.
But yeah, they have their own sort of digital audio workstation that's available to use, and they also do the same sort of thing where you can pay like so and so dollars a month, and you can just use that program, and then you eventually get to keep it. And it's like even Photoshop doesn't do that. Like Photoshop is just like
man, they found a way to be worse than they were before.
Yeah.
Like I when growing up, I was like, you're kidding me. This thing's like thousands of dollars, and
yeah.
And now they're like, they don't even do that. Now I'm like, maybe in some realm I could afford that, and they stopped doing that too. Now that I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
So it's interesting, like how they make it. It's not very different in terms of how it works. From
Photoshop might have to like
Photoshop.
change things one day soon. There's starting to be some competition, but there hasn't been for many years.
They have so much heavy competition.
I know, but it's like, yeah, like actually.
Clip Studio Paint, like, you're gonna run out the.
I need to change up my nib. This thing's like, it's like a pencil that you've been drawing on one side of for a while. It's like angled. Even notice.
That's really nice. We've been playing a little bit of. We haven't been playing it really so much, but we have been exploring Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah. It's a good quarantine game.
Yeah.
I want to play more of it before this is over, yeah. It'd be good to play some Munchkin or something. Would be fun.
Munchkin would be fun. Austin really wants to play Rising Sun.
I'm intimidated, but I'll try.
It's an interesting game for sure. Fun.
You just showed me the board and there's like 7 million pieces.
Yeah. I'm glad Austin knows the rules because that makes it easier. But also you do need to have tea ready for Rising Sun because at the beginning of each round there is a tea ceremony. So you need that.
Okay.
So make sure you have tea around somewhere. And if you don't, break quarantine.
Drink something else.
Yeah, if you
Call
have
it tea.
bleach.
Yeah, I think
Tea.
Trump said that will cure COVID. So just drink that
Yeah, I
up.
think so. Told the FDA to fast track it so that doctors can.
Anybody reading my
prescribe.
Twitter, go ahead, take a sippy poo at home.
Yeah. But shit, where's the drawing to this one?
I'm coloring them. I'm almost finished.
I am just about done. I just realized I messed up my placement of players, but it was a quick fix. But
Enjoying my drawing.
I like it when they make things easy to obtain.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you want people to buy your product after all, right? Don't be so
Right,
cocky
like
that
if I-
everybody needs it that you can just be. Just be like, yeah, they'll figure it out.
If I fucking spent my time like working on a thing, like I would want to be using it. Or,
Right.
Like,
But I
yeah,
suppose
work on
when
art.
something becomes the best, there's a whole village of people working on it, that it's no longer even a passion for anybody. It's just like it's like we run Facebook.
Yeah.
Nobody who works at Facebook is like, I'm here because I'm passionate about
I
Facebook.
hope not. Yeah, hope no one's passionate about fucking Facebook. That'd be you fucking weirdo. Like,
And you know, it started that way, but it's not. Obviously, now it's this bigger thing. No one gives, no one cares.
yeah. Um, yeah, Facebook is I still don't really go on that a whole lot, but
No,
I'm
yeah.
popping in every once in a while to keep up with folks during this whole thing with jig.
Right. I use it for certain things, but it's overall not really. I don't really bother.
I wish I could make it so that events from Facebook that I was invited to got sent to my phone because I think there's a bunch of people inviting me to shit that I just don't see.
Probably a way to
Because
pull that off. I don't know how, but
I'm sure it's not complicated at all, but
yeah.
look into it. But since I'm almost finished with Letterkenny, I also finished that. Was done with it by the time we were on.
Oh, you're cutting out a little bit. You finished what?
I don't know if I was finished with it by the time we were on our last show, but I did finish that comic.
Yeah, I don't think we were by then. Congratulations, that's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, the guy wants a couple of changes done to the dialogue, so I'm just gonna do that shit.
The people watching, Ian was working on a project for a very long time. It was a big project, and he's
Great.
finished. So
Yay.
now you can go and do anything. Oh no, you better stay home.
Yeah. But I can work on any project I want to.
That's right, and that's
Guilt-free.
a great feeling.
So I've been playing video games non-stop.
You know,
because-
after you finish a giant project, it's nice to not work on anything real for a second.
It's like weird. Like I get to play a game and I don't feel like I should be doing something else. And
It's great.
Such a feeling I haven't
Yeah,
felt.
it's hard to enjoy a game when you know you're not doing what you should be doing.
Yeah.
So then you're like, I hate myself in the background.
Right. Exactly. Like I'm such a bad.
Such a bad boy.
Yeah, I'm a bad boy. I need to be spanked.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm always saying when I play video games.
Yep. I'll be
I play a lot of exclusively Japanese dating sims, but
Yeah,
still, that's what I say.
Oh, yeah. You can just find me playing Assassin's Creed, just talking to myself, saying,
You're gonna get assassinated.
"You need to bang so hard with this big blade down your fucking gizzard."
All right.
Okay, then. I'm almost done with my drawing.
Me too. But yeah, you know, it's good that you're done with the comic.
Yeah. Yes, it is very good.
Mine's just about done.
I'm almost done as well. Just got a couple more flourishes. I'm glad. So, like, when I first had this idea, I had it in my head on a scale of about 4 on the Apple spectrum, about like what I wanted this drawing to look like, and I did the one part that like really hit it home for me in my head visually, and I didn't like it, so I went back and I did it again, and it looks a lot better.
Awesome.
Still not quite hitting the same, like it's not quite hitting that funny like vibe. It's still not hitting, like it doesn't quite look the way I want it to still, but whatever.
Right.
It's,
You know, if it's better than it was, then your adjustment was worth it.
exactly. Art's like that though. You just get an idea and you're
Right.
great.
Sometimes it comes out looking exactly how you planned. Sometimes it comes out better, and sometimes you just go, throw this away.
Yep. Right. I'm doing like the main final thing that I'm going to do with this. Yeah. Okay, can you do me a favor? Can you make me administrator?
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. I'm sorry. Do you need layers, or what do you need? That's right.
I just want to move to one layer.
Okay, I'll do it. Alright, done.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of a thing I could do to achieve the same effect, but I'll do it. Just
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm ready to reveal when you are then. Bless you.
Okay. Almost done. Just about there. And I am ready.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna make your layers visible.
Wow, your guy is amazing.
I forgot to color the buckle. Let me do that real quick. I love yours too. That's great. I love how hard it would be to fight in that.
Right? That'd be impossible. Half the time you're just wrestling with yourself.
That's great. The snake looks so shitty. I love how like. Wow. Should have put more time into that costume. I would watch this fight. It's a guy trying to crush a snake with a rock.
Right?
Which
It's
is a
almost
fight
like
that's
Real
existed
Wars.
many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. It's probably a lot of the first few days there. So this is America, huh? Oh, what the fuck? Crush it!
No. Oh.
What do they call that thing? Then I was gonna name an animal that would only be in America, but I couldn't think of anything.
Snake Jake's bag. That's his backstory. Snake. That is Snake the Jake had.
Snake the Jake.
Snake the Jake. Good old Snake the Jake. I wonder who voiced him in.
That's good. I love Venomous Vic.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. The whole time I was drawing this. I was trying to think of what his name would be, and also I am so excited to say that the actual Jake Roberts voices Jake the Snake Roberts in Lucas Bros Moving Co. So that's fucking awesome.
All right. Well, on that note, it is 10:15. What a show it was. We drew things. We talked about things. We drew some more.
Made you feel things.
Yeah.
Maybe made you poop things. Did
What?
you poop?
Poop things.
Did you poop?
During the show?
Did someone poop?
I mean, someone out there did, but I don't understand the relevance here.
Maybe we helped them. That's
Hmm.
all I'm saying.
You're saying the show helps digestion?
Yes.
Okay.
Well,
DrawBomb's
thanks for coming.
DrawBomb's like a cup of coffee in the morning on an empty
That's
stomach.
right.
You will shit.
Like an hour later.
You will choose to take part in this, and then it will make you shit.
Yep. That sounds about right. Sounds about DrawBomb to me.
All right. Well, thanks everybody who watched. Thanks everybody in the chat.
Thank you all.
Stay safe. Stay in your house. Or to do what you gotta do. And we will see you next week.
Yeah. Have a good night.
We'll plan this out. Point.
Have a good night.
Now you should get a little premature there with your kablooey. What she said. Kablooey.